Hey guys, so it's coming up to Christmas when the video is put out, and basically my brother wanted a custom built PC. He didn't have much budget. It's only about £400, so it is a budget gaming PC. So if you're watching this and you want more than that, then this is probably not the right video for you. So he wanted one of them because he liked the reason I had a PC and he didn't have one, so he wanted one of them. So I've bought all the parts for him. I have the parts. I'll show you a picture of them now. So you can see all the parts here. And we have all the parts, and I'll go through all the parts in this video. And then at the end, I will ask you something if you want a certain type of video or a certain type of stream. I'll explain later. So let's go through the products, and then I'll give you a short description of each one. So first of all, the basic thing is the case. Now the case was from eBuyer, but I will be putting a link of this this shopping list on my on the video description, so check that out. Some of the parts may be different to the ones that I have because the availability on Amazon is different to where I've got them from, like eBuyer. So if you want the exact parts, then go onto these sites. I'll make sure I put a link next to each or next to each category of thing where I've got them from. So yeah, I'll put a list of all the parts in this PC on my description, and you can check that out. Also have a link of my PC that is on my home channel. So if you go on my home page on my channel, there's a link that says my gaming PC at the top. You can click on that and it'll show you my gaming PC if you want to follow me. It's not the best, you know, it's not this i7, it's not Intel, but it does me fine. So let's go through the things that we have. Right, the first thing is a Capcom CS-13 Matrix full ATX tower. Now it's a pretty nice tower. It looks pretty nice, I think, and it's quite a nice plain looking, but you have it's got all the features. It's got USB 3.0. It's got it's got ATX and micro ATX compatibility, so you can have them two sizes of motherboard in there. It's got lots of storage drives, so 5.25 inch drives, which is 5.25 inch drives. It's got loads of them, but the only thing it doesn't have is the 3.25 inch drives. It doesn't have many of them. It has 3, so you can put a DVD drive in, or a Blu-ray drive, or a fan controller, but you can't put that many in, which maybe it downloads some of you, but sometimes more storage is the better. Obviously, you can upgrade storage. So that's the case, and there will be pictures on each one, so you probably see the picture somewhere, there or there or there, yeah, or full screen. The next thing will be the motherboard. Now the motherboard is Asus. I always pick Asus motherboards. It's just my preference board manufacturer. And the board name itself is Asus M5A78L-M/USB 3. Now that's the full board name. It's a micro ATX, so as I said, this case will support micro ATX and full ATX. Just make sure when you're buying a case that you bear that in mind, depending on what size motherboard you get. Will it be compatible and fit inside your case? Now this motherboard is really nice. It's only £50, which is a bargain for the amount of things it has. A USB 3.0, it has up to 16GB RAM, it has DDR3 support, which is obvious this days. 66 MHz, which is, you know, pretty fast. I know it's faster, but this is a budget PC, remember. So that's the motherboard. Also, the motherboard is AM3 Plus, which means it's AMD, which supports, you know, Phenom FX processors, the newest pile driver as well. But they'll be releasing some more soon. So the next thing is the CPU. So the CPU is AMD FX 6300 Black Edition, 6 cores. Okay, 6 cores, That's fine. That's quite good. There's a good deal on the FX 320 at the moment on Amazon, which is £113. Now all this is in pounds because I'm from Britain, so if you're from the US or another country, then convert it obviously if you're really that interested. Yeah, so this is a 3.5 gigahertz standard, and overclocked it can go to 4.1 gigahertz. It's got 8 megabytes level 3 cache, 6 megabytes level 2 cache, and it's AM3 socket, AM3 plus socket, okay? So make sure when you're buying your motherboard, it supports your CPU and vice versa. The next thing is, and by the way, that CPU is £80, so you can check all the prices at that time. These are the time of the video, okay? So they'll probably go down. The next thing is the cooler. Now, yeah, you don't have to buy an external cooler, a third-party cooler, but I always say do. You can either buy a water cooler, all-in-one water cooler, which it sounds dangerous, but it's really not. Honestly, the all-in-one ones are very safe. So this one is not a water cooler, it's just standard fan one with copper plates. It's a Cooler Master Hyper TX3 Evo Tower cooler for the CPU AM3 Plus, and it's got Intel support as well, so it supports all the latest CPU sockets. So yeah, it's quite a good one. It's only, I think it was only £16, so you know, if you think it's a bit small price for the quality, then it's really good quality for the thing. I've got a similar one. I've got the Cooler Master Evo Pro, I think it's called that. I'm not sure, but you can check in the in my parts. So yeah, and that will fit nicely, and you can always buy another fan to add to the other side of the cooler, which will make airflow. The next part is the power supply. Now I've gone for a 650 watt, the same as what I have in my PC. 650 watt is more than enough for a budget gaming PC. 750 watt if you're trying to run multiple cards or a high-end card. Bear that in mind, because the more power the card needs, the better it's going to be, or vice versa. So this is a 650 watt OCZ, and this is only £55. That is an incredible deal. It's not modular, which is the only downside. But for a gaming budget PC, are you really going to spend that extra on modular? I don't think you're going to be bothered. So that's the OCZ 650 watt. Check that out. And the next thing is it's very simple. Western Digital blue 1TB hard drive. It's the middle of the range. There is green, Western Digital green, which is more eco-friendly and runs at slower speeds. There's the blue, which is the all-round good one. There is the Western Digital black, which is the high-performance one, and there's the red, which is mainly used for businesses and NASs and servers. So that's easy. 1TB, 7,200 RPM. The max speed of a hard drive. You can buy an SSD. Now, if you're willing to buy, pay a bit more, you can buy an SSD for around £60 to £80, which is 128 gigabytes, which isn't as much as a terabyte, but they're only new. They're digital. They're all digital. They're not moving plates. They are all digital, so they're obviously going to be a bit more expensive because they're newer technology. The next thing is the DVD drive. Now, DVD drive, you can just buy any one. Honestly, you can buy. If you want Blu-ray, you can buy a Blu-ray. But honestly, 24 times. I've got a light on. This is a light on one. 24 times SATA half-height internal DVD drive. Honestly, for how much you pay for it, about £12, it does the job. Because you don't, PC gaming, you're not really going to be using discs anymore. You're going to be downloading from Steam and Origin and other softwares. So honestly, how often you're going to use a CD? Not that much. You're going to be downloading music. You're going to be downloading films. You're not going to want a CD drive that does 100 times, which isn't even available. So yeah, that's that. And I would say the next thing is 2 sticks of Crucial Ballistics Tactical Memory, 1600 megahertz. Right. Memory, you have to beware. You have to make sure that it fits your motherboard. Now this is DDR3, the same as the motherboard I have, and it fits in. Also, you have to think about how much megahertz you want. If it supports it on the motherboard, it doesn't really matter if you're a budget PC, because you can just buy 1033 or 1666, and there's 1333 as well. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, then please correct me. But yeah, it just means speeds. Honestly, it just means speeds, and the megahertz don't run out. So 8 gigabytes is more than enough for a budget PC. 4 gigabytes, that's enough. Any less than 4 gigabytes, you start getting choppy. So minimum 4 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes is just enough for a budget PC. Now, as I said, if you're going for high end, then you obviously want like 16 gigabytes or 32 even. Yeah, and the one of the final things is a GPU, a graphics card. Now, the graphics card that I'm going to be using in this build is the one that I have currently now in my PC. The reason for that is because, honestly, my brother does not need a high-end graphics card. So I'm going to be selling him my one and buying a new one. That's simple. And the one I have at the moment is a HD 6850. That is a AMD GPU. So yeah, it's got I think it's got 2 or 1 gigabyte RAM inside. More than enough, as I said, for a budget PC. Obviously, I've been running it, and I've had no problems with it. It's a really good graphics card. Unfortunately, it's not available anymore, so the substitute you can get for that is a 650 Ti, an NVIDIA 650 Ti, remember that. Honestly, if you want the same performance at the same price, that is the closest you're going to get, and the Ti is a bit better as well. So if you want the 650, get the 650 if you're on the tight budget. If you've got a little bit extra cash to spend, 650 Ti. So yeah, I think that's all of it. I think that's all of the parts that I have at the moment. As you saw, they were all the parts in the picture that I showed earlier. Now for the end video bit, I want to ask you something. Should I do a build video, or should I do a stream of building? Now this is entirely up to you. So the way I want you to vote is, if you think that I should do a YouTube video, hit the like button, the up thumbs button, the like for the YouTube video. Thumbs up for a YouTube videos or videos of a series of building this PC. However, if you do not wish for that and you would like something else, like a Twitch stream of the entire build, then hit the dislike button over here. Or obviously it down below, but hit the dislike button. So dislike for Twitch stream. Like for YouTube videos. So that's simply how you vote, and obviously I'll count up which has the most and do that one. So yes, vote for that. I'll have a link in the description for this build, for these parts in this build, and I'll see you when you voted. I think I will announce it soon. It will be a couple of days when I announce it, so I'll see you soon, guys.